Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Constantin Gully, and I will present you my new venture development report. So, as a student at Jonkoping International Business School, I am following the course of new venture development. Also, thanks to the seminars and the reading provided in the course, we have developed some professional skills about communication, techniques, or organization within a team. That is why in this report I will try to show what I learned and how I'm using it. So, first of all, I'm going to present my experience as a sustainable entrepreneur. Secondly, I will explain my new way of thinking about sustainability. And finally, I will develop my environmental leadership style. So, first of all, in the first part, I will talk about acting as a sustainable entrepreneur. Through the seminars, a team based in Europe, on Eastern Europe countries, has developed skills to go toward an interesting sustainable business idea. That is to say, a business model which is good for the planet, the people, and the profit for the company. Firstly, the toolkit during the first seminars allowed us to choose between both ideas we had found before. Indeed, the first idea was to implement shared tractors in poor countries in Eastern Europe to help farmers to become competitive and live more decently. It could have helped them because they would have produced more and in some cases created some merger or association between producers to be ready to struggle within the agricultural market. However, second idea was much better. As we had seen before, that some natural wind shield used to exist in agricultural plants in the USA and in Europe, we believe that it could be great. Is a great idea for countries like Romania. Nevertheless, this idea was improved before and during the following seminar with the business model canvas and mostly on the lean-up mentoring. Also, we had the problem that it could be expensive for farmers to afford it, and we thought that it could be used next to highway to avoid smoke and noise to go through the houses nearby. In order to find a cheaper way to build these windbreakers, we were looking for a resistant plant or tree to protect fields. We found that some kinds of bamboo can resist at more than minus 23 degrees and are good to be used as a shield against pollution and noise because it is an hardwood, it could work quickly, and it's very cheap for cities or countries. Also, our idea comes from windbreakers for fields to become a natural shield against pollution and noise next to highways. Moreover, the question remained in which country we will sell our product and how. As we have Romanian men in our group, and we saw that more than 200 kilometers of highway will be built in the next 5 years in Romania, we focused obviously on this country. As well, we decided to create a new venture with plant in this country that will buy for a cheap price and also offer to our customers, which are cities or departments, the service of maintenance, recycling, and replanting after the end of life, obviously, approximately 10 years. Finally, it was easy to build our prototype as long as our idea was pretty clear and we just had to show the different flow of smoke, CO2, and noise, hurting the bamboo shield and only let O2 go through houses and building behind. And we'll talk about the festival. The festival was a good way to develop our communication skills and be persuasive to convince people that our project and our services could be a real business idea which can provide benefits for people in the country and provide and become profitable for a venture. It was interesting to get some feedbacks and provide answer to people's question, to develop our way of convincing, and be ready to respond effectively and efficiently. Meantime, we built a really good professional network with ID, email address of people interested in our project. However, the most important problem of a project was the view because we didn't know how people will react when they will see our prototype. So if I'm doing another project like that tomorrow, I will ask people earlier about what are they thinking of a product or service. Now I will go through the second part about sustainability and define two big terms. So first of all, the social innovator. What is it? Social innovation could be defined as the process of translating an idea or invention into a good or product that create values or for which customer will pay, but in the way that the three P's, planet, profit, people, are respect and offer a better solution than people for people than the current ones. Moreover, um, sustainable venture can be defined as a firm which has the willingness to seek to develop sustainable or social products and services. The company aims at accomplish a sustainable goal with the products it offers and by its behavior toward the environment and the people. Finally, I will present my environmental leadership style. So it's the first time I'm really working on a sustainable new venture. So I expected a lot of his posts, even if I had already worked on a business plan before in my former school. Also, I learned about a lot of things when I was acting as a sustainable entrepreneur. The first thing to keep in mind is not to focus only on the company itself and its profit, but to be aware of the environmental aspect and the people around. In this way, you have to be respectful and respond to a real problem like the pain they feel, if it is more like a shark bite or a mosquito bite. Moreover, you have to listen to your customers and get a lot of feedbacks to implement what will be the best solution without unnecessary features that cost or useless extra stuff. In the same time, I learned about making change in society. It was very interesting in the way that you can feel proud of what you are doing and for what are you working for. Make profit is one thing, but if in the same time you can improve poor countries, help people with hard life or implement solutions for them, for example, you will be proud of yourself and enjoy your labor. Also, the idea can make change in politicians' way of rule their country and become more favorable for local communities. Now I will talking more deeply in my about my managing style. So before doing all of the seminars, I was thinking with the diplomat managing side. In fact, I used to work in factory with raw materials such as steel or aluminium, so it is recyclable and reusable. Also, more implement policy toward a better way to become a sustainable company is always possible. The manager will look for politically correct solution and following the trend of the market without using big change in the company facilities, for example. However, today I'm thinking about like an achiever because I think companies much integrate the environment issues within and develop a global policy around it. As we know, the realization that managing environmental issues can be an asset for a company to enhance the firm image, to avoid waste of energy, to prevent too much pollution, for instance. The achiever managing style is one of the most orientated towards sustainability issues. That is to say, it is a way to lead your team in the most efficient manner with an emphasis on the ecological and social side. So finally, I changed my mind about the managing style I would adopt because of the different lecture and seminar that gave me the key to understand that it is possible to create a sustainable company which provide profits but benefits for people and the planet. Moreover, I understood that creating or offering something good for people and nature provide you a feeling of pride and make you enjoy your labor and what are you working for. Thanks for your attention.